Hello, Ma. I'm Jennifer. My number is 47, and now I'm going to read what I learned as a kid in jail. Ismail Nazario, 777K views on March 2015. Subtitles and transcript. Select language English. We need to change the culture in our jails and prisons, especially for young inmates. New York State is one of only two in the United States that automatically arrest and try 16 to 17 years old as adults. This culture of violence takes these young people and puts them in a hostile environment. And the correctional officers pretty much allow any and everything to go on. There's not really much for these young people to do to actually enhance their talent and actually rehabilitate them. Until we can raise the age of criminal responsibility to 18, we need to focus on changing the daily lives of these young people. I know firsthand before I ever turned 18, I spent approximately 400 days on Rikers Island, and to add to that, I spent almost 300 days in solitary confinement. And let me tell you this, screaming at the top of your lungs all day on your cell door, or screaming at the top of your lungs out the window. It gets tiring. Since there's not much for you to do while you are in there, you start pacing back and forth in your cell. You start talking to yourself. Your thoughts start running wild, and then your thoughts become your own worst enemy. Jails are actually supposed to rehabilitate a person, not cause him or her to become more angry, frustrated, and feel more hopeless. Since there's not a discharge plan put in place for these young people, they pretty much re-enter society with nothing, and there's not really much for them to do to keep them from recidivating. But it all starts with the COs. It's very easy for some people to look at these correctional officers as the good guys and the inmates as the bad guys, or vice versa for some. But it's a little more than that. Since these COs are normal, everyday people, they come from the same neighborhoods as the population they serve. They're just normal people. They're not robots, and there's nothing special about them. They do pretty much everything anybody else in society does. The male CEOs want to talk and flirt with the female CEOs. They play the little high school kid games with each other. The politic with one another. And the female CEOs gossip to each other. So I spent numerous amounts of time with numerous amounts of CEOs. And let me tell you about this one in particular named Monroe. One day he put me in between the A and B doors, which separate the north and south sides of our housing tier. He put me there because I had physical altercation with another young man in my housing tier, and he failed. Since there was a female officer working on the floor, that I violated his shift. So he punched me in my chest. He kind of knocked the wind out of me. I wasn't impulsive. I didn't react right away, but I know this is their house. I have no wings. All he has to do is pull his pin and backup will come immediately. So I just gave him a look in his eyes, and I guess he saw the anger and frustration just burning. And he said to me, "Your eyes are going to get you in a lot of trouble because you're looking like you want to fight." So he committed to taking off his authority belt. He took off his shirt and his badge, and he said, "We could fight." So I asked him, "You gonna hold it down?" Now, that's a term that's commonly used on Rikers Island, meaning that you are not going to say anything to anybody. You are not going to report it. He said, "Yeah, we're gonna knock it down." "You're gonna hold it down?" I didn't even respect Bond. I just punched his right in his face, and we began fighting right then and there. Towards the end of the fight, he set me up against a wall. So while we were tussled up, he said to me, "You good?" As if he got the best of me. But in my mind, I know I got the best of him. So I replied very quickly, "Oh, I'm good. You good?" He said, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." We let go. He shook my hand. said he gave me my respect, he gave me a cigarette and sent me on my way. Believe it or not, you can quote some CEOs on Rikers Island. They'll fight you one-on-one. They feel that they understand how it is, and they feel that I'm going to meet you where you are at. Since this is how you commonly handle your disputes, we can handle it in that manner. I walk away from it like a man, you walk away from it like a man, and that's it. Some CEOs feel that they are dealing with you. This is why they have them mentally and the theory that go back by concept. In some instances, we are in together with CEOs. However, institutions need to give these correctional officers proper training on how to properly deal with their adolescent population. And they also need to give them proper trainings on how to deal with the mental health population as well. These skills play a big factor in these young people's lives for X amount of time, until distribution is reached on their case. So why not try to mentor these young people while they are there? Why not try to give them some type of insight to make a change? So once they re-enter back into society, they're doing something positive. The second big thing to help our teens in jail is better programming. When I was on Rikers Island, the huge thing was solitary confinement. Solitary confinement was originally designed to break a person mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's why it was designed for. U.S. Attorney General recently released a report stating that they are going to ban solitary confinement in New York State for teens. One thing that kept me sane while I was in solitary confinement was reading. I tried to educate myself as much as possible. I read any and every I could get my hands on. And aside from that, I wrote music and short stories. Some programs that I feel will benefit our young people are art therapy programs for kids that like to draw and have that talent. And what about the young individuals that are musically inclined? How about a music program for them that actually teaches them how to write and make music? Just a start. When the lessons come to Rikers Island, Season 4 Rendick is a building that they are housed in. It's a neglected school because you have a young individual coming in front of the street thinking that they are tough, being surrounded by a bunch of other young individuals from all of the 5 boroughs, and everybody feels that they are tough. So now you have a bunch of young gentlemen parking their chairs, all feeling that I have to prove I'm equally as tough as you, or I'm tougher than you and you. But let's be honest, culture is very dangerous and demanding to our young people. We need to help institutions and these teens realize that they don't have to live the previous lifestyle that they lived when they were on the street, that they can actually make a change. It's safe to report that while I was in prison, I used to hear dudes talking about when they get released from prison, what type of crimes they are going to commit when they get back in the street. The conversation used to sound something like this. Oh, when I hit the street, my brother got a connection for this, that, and the third. Oh, my mom over here got a connection for a low price. Let's exchange information. And when we hit the town, we are going to do it real big. I used to hear this conversation and think to myself, wow, these dudes are you really talking about going back in the street and commit future crimes? So I came up with the name for that. I called it Go Back to Jail Quick Scheme because really, how long is that going to last? You get a retirement plan with that, nice little percent, 401k, 403b. You get health insurance, dental. But I will tell you this, being in jail and being in prison, I came across some of the most intelligent, brilliant, and talented people that I will ever met. I've seen individuals taking a potato chip bag and turn it into a most beautiful picture frame. I've seen individuals take a step saw that provides for free and turn them into a most beautiful sculptures. They will make a jail look like kindergarten medic. At the age of 21, I was maximum security prison called Almera San Pedro facility. I just came out of a way shed from working out, and I saw an older gentleman that I knew standing in the middle of the yard, just looking up at the sky. Mind you, this older gentleman was serving a 33 and a third to a life sentence in which he already had served 20 years of that sentence. So I walked up to him and I said, "Oh gee, what's going on, man? You good?" He looked at me and he said, "Yeah, I'm good, young bro. I'm alive." "So what are you looking up at the sky for, man? What's so fascinating up there?" He said, "You look up and you tell me what you see." "Clouds?" He said, "All right. What else do you see?" At that time it was a plane passing by. I said, "All right, I see an airplane." He said, "Exactly. And what's on that airplane? Peoples?" "Exactly. Now where's that plane and those people going?" "I don't know. You know? Please let me know if you do. Then let me get some lottery numbers." He says, "You're missing the big picture, young blood. That plane with those people is going somewhere, while we are here stuck. The big picture is this. The plane with those people going somewhere. It's like passing us by while we behind these walls, stuck." Ever since that day, that's brought something in my mind. It made me know I had to make a change. Growing up, I was always a good smart kid. Some people would say I was too smart for my own good. I had dreamed of becoming an architect and archaeologist. Currently, I'm working at a Fortune Society, which is a re-entry program, and I work with people as a case manager that are high risk for recidivism. So I connect them with a service that they need once they are released from jail and prison, so they can make a positive transition back into society. If I was to see my 15-year-old self today, I would sit down and talk to him and try to educate him. And I would let him know, listen, this is me, I'm you, this is us, we are one. Everything that you are about to do, I know what you are going to do before you do it because I already did it. And I will encourage him not to hang out with X, Y, and Z people. I'll tell him not be in such and such place. I'll tell him keep you behind in school, man, because that's where you need to be. Because that's what's going to get you somewhere in life. This is a message that we should be sharing with our young men and women. We shouldn't be treating them as adults and putting them in cultures of violence that are nearly impossible for them to escape. Thank you.